Dr. Jared for Twin Cities Metabolism. Today's video blog is going to be that on resistant weight loss and the most extreme form of resistant weight loss called metabolic damage or a broken metabolism. It's a very common occurrence in today's society to run into someone, or potentially this is you out there, where you're doing everything right, you're eating right, you're exercising, you may even be eating, almost starving yourself and exercising quite a bit, but no matter what you do, the scale will not budge. It just simply will not move. You may have been to your doctor, checked your thyroid, been to a dietitian, they tell you to lose weight, been to your trainer, told to exercise more, but ultimately no matter what you do, you just simply cannot lose weight even though you do all the right things. So what ultimately causes this? If you're in this place, how can you break free from this? What are some practical tips to help reverse this condition called metabolic damage? So first off, let's just go right into metabolic damage, broken metabolism, slow metabolism, and resistant weight loss are a very real thing. The calorie in, calorie out zealots or people that preach that mentality have a huge piece missing here, and that is this condition clearly exists. Your metabolism can go up and down, and there is such a thing as a broken metabolism or metabolic damage where your metabolism is at a point where it's so low that you just simply won't be able to lose weight. So how do we get there? What actually is it, and some steps we can do to improve that? So let's dive into what actually creates this. First, it's important to understand that this is actually a hormonal problem, and it can be caused by over-exercising, yo-yo dieting, or there can just be a hormonal problem that actually creates this condition to begin with. It just pops up for a multitude of different reasons: menopause, menstrual cycle issues, thyroid conditions, etc. can pop up and actually create this condition where you just simply cannot lose weight. All right, I'm going to list 4 of the main hormone problems that we see that actually creates this condition. And again, it's important to remember that these are the underlying causes and the ultimate result of this condition and cascade of hormone problems that meld together and create a slow metabolism or the inability to lose weight. All right, so the first one we're going to go over that creates metabolic damage, or is commonly seen in this condition, is going to be that of low thyroid. Very common to see someone who cannot lose weight have some thyroid abnormalities. Commonly they've been to their doctor ran the thyroid test, TSH, comes back normal, and they simply send you off and say, eat less, exercise more. But there's this huge subset of individuals who have low thyroid function, even though their lab and blood tests might appear to be normal. This is a complex answer here, but just to keep it very basic, there's many tests you can run for thyroid function. They're commonly not run in a doctor's office, and they have to do with how the thyroid's actually functioning in and of itself. It's likely you have not had these tests run. For more information on any of the hormones or tests that I'm going to talk about here in a minute and how to test them correctly, you can head on over to our website, www.tcmetabolism.com. We have more information there about treatment programs for metabolic damage and also how to get tested. But second hormone that we typically see that's awry here in this particular condition is going to be low leptin or leptin resistance. And leptin is a hormone that tells your body and your brain that you have fat to burn. So low levels of leptin or leptin resistance essentially result in what we call hidden fat, or fat that your body just simply will not break down no matter how long you spend on the treadmill. Okay? Third factor we see is adrenal dysregulation, problems with cortisol specifically, and ultimately what this feels like and what it results in is centralized weight gain. Tends to have fluid accumulation or puffiness, water retention, and overall low levels of energy. Fourth hormone that we're going to hit on here, remember there's many more, but the fourth hormone that we're going to hit on today is low testosterone. Commonly when somebody's in severe cases of metabolic damage, again, cannot lose weight, this hormone tends to drop quite substantially, and you see a low libido, low sex drive, as well as inability to put on muscle mass. All right. So again, to recap, these 4 hormone problems are associated with metabolic damage. They create the problem. They're a result of the issue as well. These are the underlying causes of why someone can't lose weight. Calories in, calories out, of course, always matters with weight, but at this point in time, in the most of your cases of metabolic damage, someone can be eating 800 calories per day and still not losing weight, even though they might be 250 pounds. So this is a much more common thing than you think. And these are the reasons why here. So let's get right into the practical tips about, if this is you, what can I do? What at-home tips can I do to actually improve this? And the first thing to mention right away is actually a do not. So this is what you should not be doing. I repeat, do not do this. This is the most common advice you will see out there in cases of resistant weight loss, stubborn weight loss. But if you are more down the road of metabolic damage, broken metabolism, you absolutely do not want to decrease your calories and up your cardiovascular exercise like running. This is a recipe for disaster. This makes metabolic damage worse. It slows down metabolic rate, and ultimately it results in rebound weight gain, something substantial. All right, so that's an absolute do not. But the things we do want to do, and what we utilize in our office here and recommend for those that are suffering from this condition is, number 1, go ahead and get tested. Again, for more information, go to our website on what tests we recommend. However, this should involve thyroid tests, adrenal gland tests, cortisol, DHEA, food sensitivities, tests of the intestinal tract lining, inflammatory markers, liver markers. It should cover testosterone and estrogen and progesterone. These are all important for reversing this condition and improving your health. All right. So first and foremost, get tested. And we'll get to the at-home things here in just one moment. But secondly is, from these tests you should be able to establish a metabolic diagnosis or hormonal picture as to what's actually creating and holding up your weight loss. Critically important. You don't want to guess. Our motto here is don't guess, get tested. These tests are available. It's something that you absolutely need to do to make sure that you're going to get the utmost positive outcome. Once you get tested and get a metabolic diagnosis, you should be working with a health professional, someone who is going to be able to help you reverse, improve those hormone conditions so that you can follow the next couple of steps here and that you get the ultimate result. So if for some reason this isn't available to you, the third step is going to be one that you do at home, and that's going to be to slowly increase your calories. We mentioned slowly. Again, as I talked about earlier, decreasing your calories is a recipe for disaster. Increasing your calories very rapidly is a recipe for disaster, and it could result in substantial weight gain very quickly. But the key here is slow and steady. If you slowly increase your calories a little bit by little bit per week, your metabolism will just slide up to meet that demand, and you will not experience weight gain, and ultimately your metabolic rate, or how many calories you burn in a day, will be going up. Number 4 is use what we call refeeds. And what a refeed is a planned day where you're actually increasing your calorie intake. In our office, we recommend somewhere between 300 to 500 calories on the high end, 1 day per week where you just purposely overeat more food. It depends upon what kind of a diet this patient has coming in, but for instance, in cases of metabolic damage that is from a low carb diet over the course of years, we might use carbohydrates to fill and to bump up their calorie levels to 300 to 500 level. But again, we usually do recommend about once per week in these particular cases. Number 5, if you are a cardio person, cardio bunny, it's important that you actually start to decrease your cardio slowly again. Okay, slowly is the key here. You can't just pull back cardio if you're doing hours of it every single day or an hour of it every single day, but you do want to pull it back a little bit because cardio tends to, if it's done too long, it will decrease testosterone levels and do a few other hormonal shifts that are detrimental. Okay. And this sums up the main point here. If, again, you're somebody who's struggling with this condition, I just wanted to get this information out there for you. You do have options. There's many things you can do. Again, the first and most important thing is to get tested, get a right diagnosis to know exactly why in the world can I not lose weight, what's creating this metabolic damage. And then following these steps in a guided manner is the best thing you can do. Definitely something you can repair. We've helped many patients do it here in the office. So if that's you, don't lose hope. There is hope. Again, if you haven't had time yet to go ahead and head on over to our website, tcmetabolism.com, for more information on laboratory testing and treatment programs for metabolic damage and other conditions as well associated with metabolism. We also have an ebook you can download for free in the upper right hand corner on metabolism and testing and hormones. Also, like us on facebook.com/Twin Cities Metabolism for information like this now and in the future, as well as like us or subscribe to our YouTube channel as well for more videos. Thank you very much for your attention, and we hope to see you next time. We hope you gained a tremendous amount of information and practical and useful for you to implement. Have a great day.